Hey, it's episode 84 of the Ridley's Retrocast. JD is back, that's me, with Tori. How you doing?
I'm doing.
And after a month, we have our prime suspect number one, Hickey, back.
Finally.
He's here to join the investigation.
Investigation into seasonal anime.
Investigation? What happened? What happened
Don't worry about it.
when did we become a generic anime detective club show?
Always has been.
No, we'll never be a true club. We don't have 5 members.
You're throwing dead memes at me. What is happening? I'm confused.
Because I always throw dead memes at people. Come on.
Okay, I might be on the wrong universe again. I'll have to go back a few more times in time. Where's my microwave? No. Hello.
Tori, you sound like you're not in a bathroom anymore.
Yeah, I got a couch again, so my room is filled up a little bit now, so I don't have the fucking echo like crazy. That's great.
That's good news. Hickey, what have you been up to over the past month? Watching some anime?
Yeah. Yes, I actually caught up with the summer season.
Anything stick out to you?
ReZero is actually very fun.
I know.
Probably because the characters are changing so much that I don't need to concentrate into Subaru being a retard. Although every time he's like, no, it's okay, leave to me. He's like, okay, he's chill. I'm gonna talk to this person and I'll be chill. And everything will be okay. It's like, oh, good. And the first thing he does is start crying, pissing himself, and just screaming in autistic tones. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember why I don't like the show now. Aside those things,
It's funny you mentioned that. I actually, in between the podcast here, watched all of the first season of ReZero finally.
Yeah.
I fucking hate the main character so much.
Oh yeah, no. Like, I remember having discussions about him because everyone's like, oh no, he's going through a lot. You know, it's understandable. If you watch, one of the cool things about ReZero is that you can only watch the successful runs. So it cuts in it's like 1/4 of the episodes, and you see basically what everyone else is seeing. So it's a very interesting character progression to Subaru, as crazy as he goes by. So it's quite interesting, but he's still a dick. I don't think the excuse of he's going through a lot because he keeps dying and reviving, going through all those strategies, and he's a normal human being is valid, because the problem with Subaru is he doesn't learn. he keeps doing the same things, like, oh, finally I cracked the code, I survived, and I got a new checkpoint. I'm gonna do the same dumb shit again.
Right.
Why would you? Do that?
What threw me off is the successful runs of him finally surviving and getting to the save point. Like, it all takes place in 3 days or something.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, and if you put the successful ones together, it's all the ones where he breaks down mentally right in front of all the people, his supporting characters, and they just he comes across to me as a crazy guy. He's literally insane.
That's the interesting part. Yeah, that's the interesting part of watching only the successful runs. Like, since you finished it, you could go back and just watch the successful ones and see, because there's in season 1 there's I think he's talking to Emilia. She's in bed, and he just goes crazy, and she's like, why are you doing that? And he's like, you don't understand me. You don't understand what I'm going through.
Yeah, and then she leaves. I'm like, yeah, because you're crazy.
Yeah, from you need to
from the outside
perspective.
I look, I get it. He's supposed to be. You're supposed to sympathize with the character because of what he's going through and everything. But I can't help but notice that in everyone else's eyes, they see him as good God crazy.
Yeah, because that's the point. Because they don't know. They don't know that he returns.
I know that's the point, but they don't look at him really that way. They
can't look at him that way. No, I mean, they do sympathize with him at points, but again, when he goes too far, he doesn't get sympathy points. He gets sympathy points from Rem, mostly. That's where most of that comes from. But he is multiple times. You'll see that as well in the second season. He is getting to a point where, by a lot of people, he's actually viewed as dangerous. So it's like his behavior kind of takes
he smells bad. That's his, like,
No, I know, but it also takes a toll on other people, the way he acts, because, again, they have no idea what's going on, and he can't tell them, because if he tells them, well, then he dies, and everything has to repeat again. I think, yes, I don't think Subaru is the most likable guy, but at the end of the day, I still like what they're doing with his character, and how that affects him. He has no powers, he just doesn't die. And yeah, it can be frustrating to watch in the sense that literally his answer to everything is just bang his head against the wall until something works, but it's not really like he can do much else anyways. It would be weird for him to suddenly grow a brain.
With that part. My problem is like, okay, I went there, I was a dick to this person. It was wrong.
Nah.
In this run, I'm going there and I'm going to be a dick to that person again and see if something changes. And then he works something out and he's like, okay, new checkpoint. Everything is okay. Okay, I've survived. Now I'm going to be a dick to the same person I was a dick to.
Yeah, because that's who he is.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah,
what I found myself going through as I was watching it.
Especially when the scene where he tried to threaten Crush with a fucking fork spoon. Oh man, I was like, oh man, you're such a pathetic character. Holy shit.
Well, the problem I found myself going through as I was watching it hit me on 3 separate occasions where it was a third of the way through, halfway through, and kind of near the end, was I'm not really it's not fun to watch. I'm just watching this character freak out a lot and go through these crazy emotional downs without the ups. And if there is ever an up, it's a kind of a tropey anime thing. So I just didn't really find myself having that fun watching it. Although I do find the world and some of the outside characters and the progression of the story quite interesting. It's just not that fun. So I don't really think I'm going to watch the second season.
I don't know. You should watch the second season, honestly. It is entertaining. It's not that fun, but it is entertaining. And you get a lot of answers. You get the best characters, I guess. The problem with the second season is you have to watch the first season again, but the director's cut.
No, that's what I watched.
That's better. You can go and watch the second season. It's far more interesting and entertaining, especially because you have the witches. You finally see them. You have some answers. It's quite good, actually. It's better than the first season. So definitely give it a watch. Subaru is not that annoying on the second season.
Maybe I will. That's what everyone keeps saying.
Yeah, no. There's not a lot of opportunity for Subaru to be an annoying character.
I mean, there is, but, shit is happening. Shit's going on, and there are more stuff in the works right now, and I appreciate it. I like ReZero quite a lot. And I genuinely think that the second season just does better on a lot of accounts, so I can see myself enjoying it. I still need to catch up on it, though, because, I'm still way behind on everything.
So I've been kind of playing catch-up as well, just in that good anime mood finally again.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, lucky me. I finished the first season of Tower of God finally. That was quite enjoyable. I love the point in which they stopped season 1, where that point of the time skip, basically. So that's really cool. Tower of God was very enjoyable. I also ReZero was one of them. I also finished something else.
Sure you did.
Well, obviously the anime from today. I'm about halfway through My Hero Academia season 4, which has been quite enjoyable. Something's a bit off though in the show. I feel like something's missing in this season compared to the first 3. Just kind of feels like the running in place kind of deal. I'm halfway through the chasing after the mob boss, the Yakuza guy. So haven't quite gotten to that second half. Maybe things pick up. I kind of expect them to.
Yeah, I wouldn't, to be perfectly honest. No, like, the Mafia boss is supposed to be like one of the final big things, and then they kind of, you pick up on a minor villain, which, he has a little bit of an interesting story, like, at the end, but for most of his kind of time in the show, it's like, he's just kind of that silly, like, small-time villain who does bad, kind of bad, right? But it's like, it's not this. I don't know. I don't understand why he decided to write an entire arc on that. I feel like that was like, I feel it's the epitome of like, a one-off like comedy episode almost, but he turned it into an entire thing. It's like, why would you do that? But I guess he ran out of ideas, and he's like, shit, I need to think of something. Stall!
Yeah, I mean, before I got to the actual fighting and everything, it started out really slow, which I wasn't expecting. It was kind of a lot of downtime, and I was like,
That's been like the number one complaint the entire time. The show's slow.
It's not just me then. I'm surprisingly enjoying Decadence. I only have 2 episodes left of that. That's an anime that is just, I have fun watching it, which I really needed after watching ReZero.
Nah. ReZero's fun.
Yeah.
It took me a few tries to understand what was going on Decadence. And I was like, sure. Oh, I see. After the 4th time watching the first 4 episodes, it's like, I see, I understand now.
Oh, it didn't hit you right away?
No, probably. I don't know. Maybe because lost in translation, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
I was more paying attention to the Japanese than the subtitles, and I was like,
Nani?
Like, okay.
It's all a game, but not.
It's.
Nah.
It's like, how the fuck do you have? What are the things then? What?
Nah, man, I had a lot of fun. I watched I was like, I'm going to catch up on anime. So then I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm watching Lupin the Third, the First, the new CG movie from 2019, and man, I love that movie. That thing was really good. Yeah, it was. I was curious to see how the CG was going to be, and CG is actually really good. It's a little bit like gooey, and it's definitely like very Pixar inspired. But god damn it, I love how like it does so well for the for Lupin and the gang, because they're like, they're allowed to do like a lot more expressive movements and stuff like that, and facial expressions, and just a whole bunch of stuff, and I absolutely love that. And they went back. It's not a modern Lupin, so it's like the movie starts out in like World War II, Nazi occupied France, and then we get some.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and then we get some stuff there, and then they skip, do like a time skip 20 years forward in time, so like France circa 1960, right around there. And that's when we meet up with Lupin and the gang as they're trying to steal this diary from a renowned archaeologist, Professor Benson, Professor Besson, who is said to have a diary with a huge treasure in. And, Lupin, he wants that treasure.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
He's got to steal it.
Yep, and that's what he attempts to do. But there's somebody else who's trying to steal it as well. A girl who was trying to steal it, as well as Fujiko, who was working with the Nazis.
Classic Lupin.
And then there's just
100% classic Lupin.
And then we see from the Nazi side, and it's like, why are you doing this? We're trying to resurrect the Third Reich. And it's like, okay, what for? Well, because remember those rumors about Hitler fleeing to South America, to Brazil, and still being alive? Well, look at this picture. He's still alive. And it's like, oh my god. Oh, they're doing the thing. This is Lupin like I remember.
Oh, yes. Like the first time I saw it in 1964.
Oh my god. I love that. I love that they decided to go that route. It's silly, but I love it. I had so much fun. And there's so much, like, the effects work. Like, big explosions and shit like that. The way they made dust move around as well, and that stuff, and it's just there's so much eye candy from that movie, despite the fact that it's CG. So I had a great time.
Well, you're making a YouTube video over it, right?
I am. I basically started writing the script the moment I finished watching the video. I was like, yep, nope, I know what I'm doing now.
And what is the name of that YouTube channel for new listeners?
That YouTube channel is called Anime Top Scholar.
There you go. Go check that out, everybody. Look forward to Tori's videos. They're very fun.
They are very fun, he says humbly.
Not to be biased than anything.
No. I'm never biased. I just speak the truth.
Oh, you gotta be careful with that. People don't like to hear the truth sometimes.
That's too bad.
Okay. Well, Hickey, do you have anything else you'd like to catch us up on? Or shall we move on?
No, we can move on.
All right. I will play the Lupin drop. We haven't played that in a while. And we have a special segment here that we totally planned. Didn't come up with it right before the podcast. Yes. So, new season is upon us already. How about that?
Yes, absolutely. I'm totally ready for new season.
Yes, we are all ready for a new season because we've been on top of things for seasonal anime. But first, we have our moving bar that we didn't forget about this time at the last second. It is the way the moving bar works is, of course, to anime we can review in the future, and it's from the rule is 15 years minimum from today's date, and we basically go by season. And in this case, now the fall 2005 season and back qualifies. And just right quick, some anime that we can finally cover. Mushishi pops up right away from Hickey and I. Blood Plus, I know a lot of people like that. I personally did not.
Shakugan no Shan, that's one that people like.
Shakugan no Shaman, yeah.
That's one. Tori's favorite anime, Are the Animation, finally qualifies.
Yeah? Okay, I thought you were going to talk about another one that I don't like.
What is that? Is that Hickey's favorite one, Two Heart, Season 2?
That too.
No, it's obviously Jigoku Shoujo.
That's the one. That's the one. I did talk about that one. Well, the second season of that on the podcast, and yeah, I mean, if you want us to talk about it, then we can. I've already seen it, so I don't have to watch it again, thankfully.
I have watched Jigoku Shoujo 4 times.
Why do you do this to yourself?
Is that Hellgirl?
That is Hellgirl.
I like the first season.
It is Hellgirl.
Karin is elected to review as well. That is a interesting show.
It looks like kind of pornish. I don't know.
No. What?
Oh, it's a vampire show. I was just looking at the picture, and she looks very, I don't know how to... blushy? Let's go with that.
Yeah, sure. Rosen Maiden as well. New season of Rosen Maiden. It's fun. It's mostly very generic 2000. But...
No way. Never.
The spin-off of City Hunter speaks to me. That's Angel Heart, TMS Entertainment. 50 episodes, though. So
it is. We'd probably have to keep going a little bit with City Hunter before that one, because it's a spin-off of City Hunter 3, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
It takes place after the events of City Hunter 3, so... yeah, so, unless you want some stuff that happens later in the series spoiled for you, then we should do more City Hunter before we get there.
Gotcha. Okay. What is No Ein? I mentioned this before the podcast. That seems to be a very popular one.
There was a show in 2005 about a Japanese woman with a Canadian spirit haunting her.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, JD, because I don't even see it.
No Ein. Noein. It's by Studio Satellite.
Oh, there it is.
It pops up a lot, just in general, at least in my circle, and I don't know what to make of it.
I have no idea. I've never heard of it before.
Yeah. I've heard of it before, but anyways.
I know this one.
You do know, okay.
I know this one.
Good radio.
I know what this is. All right, what is it? I don't worry about it.
All right, so those are some anime that we can now do, but the real reason why we're here is the fall 2020 season is upon us, and we each have picked, I suppose, 2 or 3 shows that we're looking forward to, and we'll kind of give our impressions on.
Yeah, and before
Maybe,
you go
perhaps.
there, we can, from the moving bar, we can also do Akagi. I just realized that show's there. For those of you that like Ultimate Survivor Kaiji, it's by the same guy.
Oh, that show. Yes. Yes, you're right, Tori. So, Hickey, why don't you go first for the fall 2020 season?
Okay.
I know you've prepared so much.
Yes.
I mean,
I'll go with Taiso Samurai from MAPPA. It's set in 2002, which is interesting. I thought it was at least 2019 because it's about gymnastics and a former Japanese representative, Shotaro Araki, who devoted... It's basically a former gymnastic guy with a... He got an encounter with something, which
is he
I
taking
believe...
his frustration out on the students? Beating them?
It's MAPPA. It happens. And I think he found a little girl and he changed his... Okay, that's on the... he found a friend and it changed his life. But it's MAPPA and it's about gymnastics. Both things I really like. So I look forward to that one.
Okay. Tori, why don't you go next?
Sure, mine's easy. The first one is Haikyuu to the Top 2, which is the second core of Haikyuu to the Top, which is the last season of Haikyuu. Haikyuu's about volleyball, and boys playing volleyball.
The last season of Haikyuu?
Yeah, pretty sure.
It finishes the whole thing?
I'm pretty sure. I think so.
Oh, shit.
Haikyuu ended, didn't it? Yeah, it did end. Yeah.
How about that?
Manga. So, yeah, no, you know. If you don't know what Haikyuu is at this point, then I don't know what to tell you. It's about volleyball. When boys playing volleyball. And they're going to play volleyball real good. To try to be the best. In high school, of course. Because that's important. Not the best in the world. Nobody wants to be the best in the world. Just best in high school. It's pretty
That's
good.
good enough.
What do you want me to say? It's Haikyuu.
More Haikyuu volleyball. Haikyuu. Alright. I'm looking forward to this anime called Sorcery Fight, also by Studio MAPPA. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a lot of fighting with sorcery powers. And the let's see, the synopsis from the synopsis from My Anime List is: in a world where demons feed on unsuspecting humans, fragments of the legendary and feared demon Ryomen Sukuna were lost and scattered about. Should any demon consume these body parts, the power they gain could destroy the world as we know it. Luckily, there exists a mysterious school of sorcerers to protect such an existence. And then it goes on. Yuji is the high schooler who spends his days visiting his grandfather. Although he looks like your average teenager, his immense physical strength is something to behold. Every sports club wants him, but Itadori would rather hang out with the occult club. One day the club manages to get their hands on a seal-cursed object. Little do they know the tear they'll unleash when they break the seal. So it kind of comes across to me as this one dude who's going to protect, and then he will slowly get a band of other characters that will fight demons. So could be something I'm into. It's by MAPPA, so it could be I expect it to be animated pretty well. Who's the director on this? Sung-Hoo Park.
Ooh, all right.
Sounds like he's from South Korea.
He is, correct?
Yes, he's done the Gauro stuff. He's done Blade and Soul, so that's very Korean.
It is. Nah, he's a big action guy, if I'm not mistaken. if it's
the key
right
animator.
guy. Yes, he is.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Hickey, number 2.
Let me take a look professionally at the list.
You have already picked 2. I know it. You said it before the podcast.
Yes, you freaked out over one.
Yes, idol show. Uchikoburid Fruit Tort. It's an idol show. It's a Cinderella Project idol show, which is really good. Basically, a bunch of girls move in a dorm. Basically, it's a dorm for dropout idols. So basically,
Basically, your dorm in fucking Starlight Stage. Got it.
Shut up. Okay, they will be used one day. They're just on vacations. So yeah, basically former entertainers, they go there. Unfortunately, the dorm is demolished because of a huge debt it has. So in order to pay the debt, the girls form an idol unit. That's basically it. Gonna be fun.
If you say
Idols
so.
and loan sharks.
Yeah, sure.
All right, Tori, save us.
All right. So, let me take you back to a time. I don't remember when this was set, and it doesn't say in the synopsis. God damn it! Fuck, alright. Anyways, if you remember, there was a visual novel, an adaptation of a visual novel, way back. And that adaptation was called Higurashi no Nakukoro ni.
Ah, yes, good choice.
And now it is coming back in 2020 by Studio Passione, and the synopsis says, new kid Keiichi Maebara is setting into his new home of peaceful Hinamisawa village. Making quick friends with the girls from his school, he's arrived in time for the big festival of the year. But something about this isolated town seems off, and his feelings of dread continue to grow, with a gnawing fear that he's right. What dark secrets could this small community be hiding? And it's kind of a mixture of like thriller, horror-ish, with a little bit of a mystery thing going on. And I really like Higurashi, like a lot, and I've been wanting to rewatch it. But now I don't have to, because Passione is bringing it back, and I am a little bit worried, I'm not gonna lie, because so far what I've seen of the promotional material that they've put out, I am... People often give Dean shit for what they did to like the weird faces of the characters, but I don't know, I like it. I like the way they decided to go about that. I think it's very expressive. And so far, I'm a little bit worried that they might not actually manage to nail the tone here. Passiones, they can do good, but they also have a kind of bad track record of a lot of stuff. Like, obviously, what was it I was thinking? Island of Giant Insects. That's not the one I'm thinking of. But like, yeah, High School DxD Hero, stuff like that. Rock on Ayusha, Rail Wars, which is awesome, but you know.
Right.
So I don't know. But they also did Ishizoku Reviewers, so they can do good. I don't know. They're a bit of a mixed bag for me personally. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think, but I'm still looking forward to it. Hopefully, it's going to be good. And yeah, I just Higurashi's very good to me. Was very good to me back when I watched it, which is forever ago now. So it's going to be interesting to see it again in a new light, not by Dean.
Is it just a straight remake? Do you know, or is it a retelling? Or
I think it's just a straight remake, but I don't know. I don't know much about it.
It's an opportunity to watch it again, basically.
I mean, I don't really see what else they would do. The visual novel was finished before they finished the second season of Higurashi back in the day. So I don't think there should be anything different, unless of course they decide to make everything different. And I don't know if I want that. I'm sure some people do, because I know some people had problems with the ending of the original Higurashi. But I hope they don't change anything.
I know. Right. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this one, honestly.
Do you now?
I do. It's Passione. It's the one character design who does everything.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. So the second one I'm going to do impressions on is I think if you know me and you're a long listener of the podcast, and you know what I like, or at least you know what I'm interested in, this shouldn't be a surprise. It is Yasuhime, Princess Half Demon. Now, why this one? Well, it is a continuation of Inuyasha with the daughters of Sashomaru and Inuyasha. And it's just kind of their adventure going in between the worlds. I guess it has kind of a modern day spin on the Inuyasha story, I guess, with all the siblings of the characters. So hopefully it maintains the same spirit as the Inuyasha series had. The worry I have is it becomes another shitty Boruto type show, where they just go about their business eating hamburgers and bitching about their parents. I really hope it's not that. I hope it really focuses on the new characters rather than the old. My hopes aren't incredibly high, but it's something I'm going to check out and, of course, give my impressions on. So, yes, Yasuhime, Princess Half Demon.
Nice. I should talk about another one.
You should.
But I'll just highlight that the final season, Strike Witches Road to Building is coming. I've waited for so long for this show. I am extremely happy about it. Although the dates are wrong, the show says it's 1945 to mimic World War II, but actually in the story, I think it's the almost 1950s. Road to Berlin should take place, but that's okay. The other thing is,
there's a lot of old Germans in this season that you guys are looking forward to.
For those who care, a new Love Live is coming out from Sunrise, but it's like the synopsis is just like the same as the others, but instead of the school is going to be abolished, it's just a club this time. So a little bit of a range.
Ah, yes, of course.
Tori?
Yeah, sure. All right. So
why not?
Yeah, why not? So the last one I'd like to highlight is yeah, sure. We'll do Ikebukuro Westgate Park, which is by Doga Kobo. So it's based on a series of urban mystery novels. Crime-ridden Ikebukuro is a haven for violent gangs, the Yakuza, and home to Makoto Majima. To protect his friends, this charismatic troubleshooter mediates disputes among the warring factions, even fixing problems the police can't. But when a rising tide of violence results in Makoto losing a loved one, can he ride out the storm, or will he drown in all the spilled blood that floods his streets?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to say here. It's a mystery, kind of. Just drama, mystery, romance, so we'll see. We'll see how that works out, but I don't know. Doga Kobo does mostly shows that I'm not interested in.
Yeah,
but whenever I watch a Doga Kobo show, whenever they do actually make something I'm interested in, I do generally end up liking it. So, yeah, sure, why not? This is a mystery. I like mysteries. Let's see what they got.
It could be interesting. I just want to point out that the letters for the show spell out IWGP, which are the titles in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, nobody cares. It's Ikebukuro Westgate Park.
Oh man. Well, I got a lot of choices here.
Yep.
And I could pick, do I?
No.
Assault Lily Bouquet from Studio Shaft. Girls with Guns.
Because
Girls with Guns.
It's a Bushiroad upcoming mobile game. Yeah.
Did you say Bushiroad?
Bushiroad. Yeah.
Did you know that's also the owners of New Japan Pro Wrestling?
Shock horror.
Yes, because the New Japan wrestlers often do promotional videos for Bushiroad.
Yes, they
stuff.
do. See, everything comes full circle, Tori. You just don't even know it.
More like I don't care.
It's Studio Shaft. It's hit and miss. I hope it's a hit. I'm taking kind of for the impressions. I'm taking kind of risks this next season. Will they become shows we review? There's a lot of other choices from the season to go through. So, but yeah, Assault Lily Bouquet. Creatures known as Huge are invading. It's a war. It's girls with weapons called charms. Then they go blow shit up and they fight something called lilies or something or another. So it's girls with guns and academy stuff. I expect wacky animation as usual from Shaft. Hopefully it's good. Taking a risk. The layup of the season I know I'll enjoy is the third season of Danmachi. I think that's probably a layup for me personally. Noblesse is finally getting an anime adaptation, so
again,
your again. Hopefully this time it's good. Let's see. If you're into Sherlock Holmes stuff, there's Moriarty that's coming out. It's by Production IG, so flip a coin on if it's gonna be any good. Sport Climbing Girls, Tori, you made sure to point this one out.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ripped Girls
sure
doing
gonna
climbing.
watch it.
Of course he is.
I cannot wait.
What else we got here? A Dragon Quest anime. It looks like it's going to be based on the 5th game, which is something I really like. It's by Toei Animation, so I'm probably going to check it out, to be honest. Is there anything else? There's a lot from the season.
Mm-hmm. There's a new movie coming out. A sequel movie, if you will, to what is it? Space Battleship Yamato 2205 is coming out.
Cool.
So yeah, if anybody's keeping up with that, the remake of I've only watched 2199 so far. The remake of the first Space Battleship Yamato, which we have covered on the podcast. And
yes,
that was really good, so, now there's even more to watch. Like, there was 2202, and now 2205 will be a sequel to that.
Always down for more Yamato. There's a lot of ONAs coming out. It seems like they're all coming from China.
Yeah.
Tianguachi Fu, Moduze, Shi Yang Ang Ming Yo Ji Singo, Jingju.
Mm-hmm. All right, and
get
just
all
like that, we got canceled.
Oh, that one got canceled. Okay.
No, we got canceled.
Oh, we got canceled.
That's right.
I probably said something horrible in Chinese by accident.
Probably.
Just trying to pronounce it.
Probably.
Oh, man.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. Thank you, Hickey. As long as I'm forgiven. I hope I got the cadence of the words right, at least. That'd be funny if I got it. Anyways, so that's the fall season. Hit us up on Twitter, @BowlingJD, Top Scholar, Hickey, Mightiest of Hickey, Mighty Hickey. You're just Mighty Hickey on Twitter. It always throws me off.
Yeah, it's just the name.
Yeah. So hit us up all on Twitter of what you're looking forward to the next season. Perhaps you're going to get one of your anime reviewed by us. Hooray, in the future.
I'm sure people are super excited about it.
Yeah.
Dude, Tori, you have no idea.
Tell us what is your favorite anime from the next season, and in 15 years, we sure will cover it.
No, right. we're gonna be good about this because I will be given a Decadence review at the end of the season, and most likely a Fire Force season 2. But that's 24 episodes, so it would be kind of going into the next one actually. So, definitely getting at least a Decadence review out of me. I don't know about you guys.
I don't know about me either.
Okay.
Well, whatever I watch.
All right, I shall play the music drop. We can get to our anime to review. What are we feeling like? 3, 2, 1, let's jam? I think we're feeling that.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Alrighty. Our anime up for review, and if you've seen the title, you already know what it's going to be. It is Birdy the Mighty. Nice little OVA from the mid-90s. It came out in 1996. Did I pull up? Yes. Yes, 1996. And it ran all 4 episodes till February 97. The synopsis is as follows. It's by Studio Madhouse. All Tsutsumu used to care about was studying for his upcoming high school entrance exam. That is, until a series of events led him to Birdy, a hot-headed Federation officer alien chick. Now, not only do Birdy and Tsutsumu have to work together to defeat Christella Revi and her evil plans, they have to share the same body while doing it.
Yeah.
Here's your synopsis. Who's the director for the show?
Weebish Ultraman.
Yoshiaki Kawajiri directed it.
Oh, yeah, kinda. Yeah, you're right. Yoshiaki Kawajiri, yes. Okay. He's kind of an old school kind of guy. He did Biohunter. Key animation on Biohunter. Okay.
Yep.
A lot of storyboard on Chihaya. That's kind of out there. Let's see.
Ninja Scroll.
Yes, he did.
In between animation on Ashito no Joe.
Midnight Eye Goku.
Yeah.
Key animation on Metropolis. That's really cool. Yeah, Midnight Eye Goku director. There we go. It's all we got him. He's back. Okay. So basically the show starts out with our goofy middle school guy. He accidentally gets caught up in between Birdy chasing a robot alien of sorts, and she accidentally electrocutes this dude to death, and then Birdy and the, I guess, director of the interplanetary police force kind of goes, we know how to save them. We will basically merge your cellular structures together, so they're 2 people in one body, but the body can freely change in between the 2 people. So, hopefully that makes sense to you. And kind of goes just episode to episode of builds up to a fight scene, whether it's against robots. Kind of learn a little bit about Birdy's past, but not really a whole lot. You just kind of know that this Revi science chick basically killed her family, I guess. That wasn't quite clear. And she wants revenge, but also to really stop her and her evil plans. But it's not... The 4 episodes don't really cover Revi herself, but more about this kind of crazed scientist that works with her or under her, and he's doing kind of human experimentations with giving everybody like psych powers, psi powers. So that's kind of what it comes down to. Yeah. What'd you guys think of the OVA? It's kind of short. Each episode's about 30-40 minutes. What you got, Hickey? Birdy the Mighty. What you got? What do you think of Birdy the Mighty?
It was mostly fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. There's no redeeming. There's no other redeeming qualities out of it.
Nah, I agree. It's a Birdy.
It is mostly fun. Yeah, that's about it.
No, but like Birdy is literally like, I mean, we kind of went through it when you look at Yoshiaki Kawajiri's past history as well. Like he makes a lot of those more before the 90s, 80s and stuff like that. Stuff like, for example, what's the name of Wicked City, right? Which is just batshit insane, like weird action stuff, and that's really just what Birdy the Mighty is as well. It's the same thing, the same concept. It's you watch it for the action, you watch it for the enjoyable action animation. There isn't so much to do with the story, but so it's literally just kind of a monster of the week-ish type of formula, and then some nice fighting animation. It's fun.
The action scenes were really, really enjoyable, and they take up a good chunk of each episode.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel like I was wasting my time with the show. It just felt like, hey, I'm gonna sit down, watch Birdy the Mighty. I'm not gonna overthink things. I even watched it with a friend, and we were just joking the entire time about, like, what do you think this guy's gonna do when he, like, I don't know. Let's just say, hey, Birdy, I want to take 30 minutes behind the bushes. I want to jerk the chicken, so to say. and What is she gonna do? Like
addressed it in the show.
They
right?
did.
Yeah.
It's like you want you just see that, don't you? It's like I'm not watching that as you. I'm not doing that shit.
There's so much stupid stuff in the show. It's the same thing. It's like the fucking water monster thing that they're fighting as well. And it's like, how do we defeat it? Oh, we need this thing. How the fuck do we get a hold of that? Where is it? Wait a minute. Isn't that just common detergent? No, that can't be. It doesn't exist in this universe. Almost anywhere. No, I'm pretty sure that's common detergent. Yeah, look at that. It worked.
Yeah, squirt.
It's like, you know what? Fair
and her response is, "You have that sort of weaponry?"
Yeah, it's like, weaponry is detergent. What are you talking about? How do we defeat this one? Oh, we need some super fucking high power voltage. You can't really find that. There's some high power voltage right over there. Like, fucking just connect her to that one. Should work.
Just go to the transformer.
It's like, you know what? I dig it. It's dumb. Not like it.
It's very simple, dumb fun. The other jokes we were making was we were throwing out the hypotheticals because this really could be a thing, and Birdy was kind of joking about it as well with Tsutsumu, where he kind of has this weird not so much crush with a girl in his class. She really reminds me of the main chick from City Hunter with the character design and personality. You know what I mean? No? Don't follow me?
Nah, not really.
No. Okay.
Yeah, no. Probably because of the hair.
Yeah, I mean, it's the hair. It really looks similar. She kind of acted kind of similar as well to me. Anyways, so he's looking at his results for his entrance exams, and it's based on that pass-fail system. All the number, you get a ticket number, and you have to look to see if your number's on the board or not. And Birdy basically controls his body to hug the girl. And he's like, God damn it, Birdy, don't do those things. My body's mine. No, human contact bad. And of course that leads to like the evil robots like stalking her out, and he goes to save her. She sees him accidentally transform into Birdy, and she has questions to ask. He's like, no, I really can't tell you that. That would be a bad idea. It's like, don't worry about it. You didn't see a thing. So then the whole conversation started with me and a friend. We're like, okay, what if he starts dating this chick? Is Birdy going to be into this? Is she going to like transform out of nowhere, in the middle of doing the deed? What if Birdy herself wants to go out and like start dating a dude? Is that like gay sex in a way for the both of them? It got a pretty deep conversation to it, and I got the feeling that Birdy isn't. That's not her priority in life, but she could be into it. She could be into some kinky things, guys.
I don't know.
No,
I mean,
she is a
these thoughts didn't go through your head watching Tetsuyan and Birdy?
At some point, yes.
Okay,
Not gonna lie. Yeah.
See, Tori, Hickey goes through the same mindset.
Yeah, sure. I don't question it.
Well, what do you think? Do you think Tsutsumu might get scarred if Birdy starts going the other direction with this? Maybe takes over his body full time. She seems to just be able to go in and out, no problem.
Yeah.
Unless he's in a overly feared state.
yeah, they did go with that. I don't have control. He's too scared. I mean, yeah, he's a kid. He's a pussy as well, but that's neither here nor there.
She calls him out on that.
I know she does. I know she does.
Stop being a little bitch.
That's one of the best things. I love when they do that in shows when it's just like, but it's because he's afraid. Now fuck you. Get it together.
Grow some testicles, man up, and run away.
Yep.
And go fight that alien dude.
Listen.
Go.
We could die though. Nah. Don't worry about it. It probably won't happen.
Here's another question that popped up. Okay, so there's a scene where fighting this, I guess, super agent dude, and he breaks Birdy's arm. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, they share the same body, but clearly they're totally different in the cellular structure, and because Birdy's super strong and he's still a weak human, right?
Mm-hmm.
So her arm's broken. Does that mean his arm is also broken when he transforms? That wasn't exactly clear, but they went back to the ship, to the Dragon Ball Z fix pod thing, and Birdy's arm is fixed. But was his arm broken?
I mean, I would assume so. I don't really see how you explain that one away, but I mean, they didn't. They kind of just neglected it. But since they had to fix it, I would assume that, his arm should be broken as well.
Yeah, especially because like he walked like holding the arm like it was broken. It was like he just got up and it was okay. No, he was like kind of downed towards the arm and holding it as it was broken. If he wasn't feeling pain, so that's the thing. But I guess it was broken.
I guess, but here's the thing. So Birdy and him go through different like fighting sequences, and she gets really tired or beaten up of some kind. He does not, in turn, also feel he doesn't feel the same pain, and his body isn't tired. It's just Birdy's. So that part I was really curious on if they would address it. It seems to me that they're completely separate. They just share the same structure that they can just transform in and out of. Because, yes, he was holding the arm after Birdy's was broken, but I kind of chalked that down to Birdy was still feeling the pain, so she was kind of over control. Because if you're in the high emotional state, she controlled holding the arm part of the two. Does that make sense?
It does. Makes sense. Yeah.
So, one of the funniest scenes was definitely when he was in the tub, just chilling, and Dad walks in and it shows Birdy out there because there was that was right before the slime monster thing. That really reminded me of the creature from The Thing, the movie.
Yeah.
You guys have seen The Thing, right?
I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, me neither, but I know.
Okay, the alien that assimilated with the dog, and it kind of created this wild slime creature that had 4 dog head kind of deals. Yeah, that's what we had here. But yeah, the dad walks in, he's just kind of going, "Hey, we have a guest." And they're like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" "I'm telling you, there's a hot naked chick in there." And then Sutsumu just runs out naked. He's like, "You didn't see anything."
Yeah, she goes out wearing the older sister clothes as well. It's like,
oh, that was funny.
Why there's so much ice cream stains in my clothes? And he's like, "Well, I gotta go."
He's like, "I'm just
Before
gonna."
they assume I have some weird hobbies, I gotta
Well, oh my god! So that's the thing. The dad always addresses his son as he's a weird fucker, and then the mom. So he's like, when he first happens, he's screaming to himself to Birdy inside of the mother, father, and sister are downstairs, and he goes, "You think our son's okay?" She's like, "No, ignore it. Ignore that he's crazy." And the sister's like, "Yeah, he's probably crazy." And then it's addressed at the dinner table, and she's like, "No, how was school today? Did you pass your exam?" And that came up during the, because I was questioning, it's like, so Birdy is borrowing the sister's clothes to kind of go out and kind of find herself and think about it. They're kind of having a one-on-one. And I'm thinking, like, oh my god, so the sister's, like, gonna catch him, right? Or they're gonna address the clothes being missing. And, of course, the father immediately goes, "Do you think our son is into, dressing up as a woman?" And the mother just goes, "No, I refuse to believe our son is crazy." So it's funny how the show, in these 4 episodes, kind of weirdly addresses all these weird questions you ask.
Kinda. I mean, again,
Yeah.
he likes...
I found that surprising.
The director likes weird stuff like that, and it's like... He is definitely all about the entertainment factor in those shows. And it's like,
yes.
Does it make sense story-wise or from a plot progression? Nah, but fuck that, who gives a shit? I think this is probably the first time.
Is this information truly needed? No, but we're gonna give it to you.
No, I
know,
but I think
funsies.
I think Birdy the Mighty is probably, if not the first time, it's definitely one of the few times where he actually directly addresses a lot of these things. A lot of the older movies like that, they kind of just leave it up in the air for dumb reasons. Yes. But now it's like this time around, they pretty much just, you know what? Fuck it, let's actually just go for it. Let's just see what happens.
Animation-wise, I thought it was very well done for 1996.
Oh, yeah.
All the fight scenes were heavily animated. They were filled with action, explosions everywhere. The choreography of the actual fighting was really cool. I found it interesting that the robots, she would frequently like kick off their body parts and everything, but this took a couple times before I finally noticed what was actually happening, because I was like, didn't she destroy that robot? But their wires are tethered like Rock'em Sock'em robots, where they can just kind of tether their heads back on because the wires are still connected. I thought that was really cool, and that came up in a lot of the more frequent fights near the in the last two episodes, where she would kick them and destroy their arms and legs and heads, but then they'd just put themselves back together as she's fighting two or three other robots. I thought that was cool. There was you could actually physically see them picking their head back up and then tethers right back in, and they go back into the fight. That's really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
It seemed like the director kind of really knew what to focus on after, say, Midnight Eye Goku. And 10 years later of technology to help him out.
Why are you giving me this? Don't worry about it.
What did we think of the interaction between Birdy and Susumu, just kind of how they talk to each other?
Oh shit.
No.
Normal?
It seemed pretty casual, right?
To the extent of the situation they're in, normal. But then again, it's only 4 episodes. Mostly is focused on the fights and the overall plot. There's not a lot of room for them to develop the relationship of between each other. So
yeah,
maybe with the anime series, it's more interesting, but
I think it's more serious in the. I think they tried to explore it more seriously, but I do find it a little. There's some interesting tidbits there, and I like Tsutomu is a little bit, especially right away. He's obviously kind of worried about Birdy. Like it's kind of like, what the fuck does she want? type deal, you know. As one would obviously have happen. You know, it's like somebody kills you and then they merge with your body. I'd also be a little bit like, yo, what the fuck? What do you want from me?
The thing is, his reactions, I mean, yes, there was some over anime reaction tropes that we, have grown accustomed to. But I felt like Tsutsumu, I keep wanting to call him Tetsuya or something. Tsutsumu kind of reacted the way a middle school kid would react in this. He kind of freaks out a few times at first, and then he slowly just grows accustomed to, yeah, this is my life now. He gets mad at her kind of taking over his body without permission kind of deal. He doesn't want to get caught in this war. He's like, why me situation? But then quickly just realized, I thought they could have addressed the memory situation better. Because they're now cellular, what's the word? They're together on the cellular level, and they do address like, hey, those are Birdy's memories, now you know. But yet he's not, it's fragmented because he wasn't actually there. He's like, hey, what did this woman do to you? Why did, he sees all these scenes and everything. I really felt like they missed a huge key element of them actually sharing the memories and addressing that kind of quicker and in the moment, rather than this is just something that happens and we're just going to have to fill in the gaps ourselves because there just isn't enough time to do that. Maybe just even a minute of addressing it would have made a load of difference, to just because they end up getting along pretty well and knowing each other, and working with each other rather than against.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff that they obviously should do more with, but again, I just chalk it up to, like, it's a 4-episode OVA. I know what the director is like. I know what his stories are usually like. It's like, if I'm going to be entirely honest about it, I don't even think he bothered. He was probably just like, we could explain. Nah.
So, Birdy is quite the character design. I'm a big fan of the half white, half red hair situation going on. It's really cool. This really,
her entire design really is just half and half. Those like half red, half white hair, half white, half blue suit.
Yeah, one white boot, the other blue. The white one goes like halfway up the thigh. The blue one is just below the knee.
I really 90s.
I really liked how they had this the alien wristband thing, and that it's almost like you're saving the clothes in your virtual box, right? Because then when they change, the clothes change with them. So going back to that scene where Birdy was naked in the tub and she just leaps out into the public naked, and Tsutomu goes, "Dude, put on some clothes!" And then it just zoop on, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that works." And then he never addresses it again.
Yeah, why would you address it?
You know, words weren't needed. It was good. It's like, oh, this is how this works. So he discovered it the first time, and we just go, okay, that's cool. Yeah, because then when anytime in the future you could just go in and out of the clothes. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's a nice little technology. That's Midnight Eye Goku technology right there with this fancy Google Glass.
You don't need to be wearing clothes. You just need to project them on your body.
Yeah. It's all in mind thing.
It's all in the head. Last fight scene, with all the telekinetic powers and the science experiment dude and the so the way that the enemies, the main enemy issue was the scientist was enlarging the brain, specifically the one that triggers attacking and force. The first fight scene entails a human experiment gone wrong kind of situation. He's just threw this person out into the wild essentially, and Birdy and this enemy have a pretty awesome fight, on buildings defying gravity, and that's when you discover, oh, they have psych powers on low levels. Okay. Kind of wish that was addressed earlier, but this is what it is now. But that also makes sense in retrospect to how she was so powerful when seemingly she doesn't have any powers, but that's the power itself. So in the universe, low-level psych powers are a thing. The final fight scene is this dude has now made himself that, and it's a lot of awesome psych powers, telekinesis, and throwing just huge things at Birdy, and Birdy's like, oh my god, we have no chance. No, you do, Birdy! She overcomes, and he kind of goes through the whole freak out period where he can't control the power anymore, and that was one of the big downsides of the human experiment gone wrong situation. Really cool stuff. It was just very much sit down, kind of turn your brain off, have fun over all the technology differences and the sci-fi aspect of the show in general. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it is it's one of those OVAs that it knows what it is. It's nothing.
Absolutely.
If you again, it's the same. I also recommended it in one of my recommendation videos, and it's the same thing I said there. It's like, if you're looking for some grand story, fantastic characters, really well built up, this is not the one. This is the exact opposite of that. However, if you are just fucking, I don't know, going to bed, need something, wanting some action, something, I don't know, late night, you're just craving some fight scenes, some well-animated fight scenes, want to put something on, put on an episode of Tetsuyan Birdy. It's good fun.
Yes, it has a score of 7.12 on Mal,
Yeah,
and
which is a lot considering what most of the directors' other shows has.
Yes, very true. Now there was a TV show made of the story of Birdy the Mighty called Birdy the Mighty Decode, which came out in 2008, and there was even a sequel to it. So the TV show ran 13 episodes. There was a sequel OVA that was just one episode. There's even more.
Yeah, there are multiple sequels.
OVAs. There's a bunch.
Yep.
Oh, and then there's another 12-episode series in 2009. So I beg the question then, I wonder how... I wonder if it's still the same story, or did they expand upon it and kind of tweak some things to make a TV show out of it? I'm very curious. It's definitely a show I'm interested in checking out because I enjoyed this OVA so much. How did they expand certain things? What did they address? What didn't they address? It has a 747 on Mal with quite a lot of people that watched it. So it seems to be fairly well received. At least it seems that way. It's by A1 Pictures, so it should be okay, I guess, right?
Maybe. I don't know. Like, I know people...
Most likely.
Yeah, I know people like it. Also, I didn't realize this. Well, let me double check before I say it. But... yeah. The guy who made the manga for Birdy the Mighty also made the manga series for the Pat Labor series.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Cool little facts there.
Yeah. Explain some of the humor.
It does explain a lot of the humor, actually.
Yep.
It's very much my thing, because I'm a big Pat Labor fan. I have basically the entire show on Blu-ray, basically. DVD for the older ones. So I'm ready to score it. It's not much else. I kind of said my piece.
Yeah, I don't think there's really that much to say about it in the end. It's kind of just, it's fun. You either like it or you don't.
I would definitely be interested in the TV show just from the continuation of the evil scientist lady Revy and how they go after her. So I do have my interest peaked to watch more. I did only give the show a 6 out of 10 rating, but that's one of mine just kind of lower end. It's an OVA. Turn like it didn't blow me away. I have seen better action OVAs out there for sure. So this 6 out of 10 is kind of, especially from what we reviewed recently, this is a good score.
Yeah. Nah, I watched this a while ago. I think I might have talked about it on the podcast. I'm not entirely sure.
I think you have.
Yeah, I think I did. I think I probably briefly mentioned it. Again, wasn't really much to cover, so. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I give it a 7. It's a lot of fun.
There you go. Hickey, how about yourself?
I also gave it a 6. The first episode was my favorite episode. I think it encapsulates well the idea behind the OVA. Then it just goes not downhill in a steep pace, but just goes down a little bit and stabilizes. In a good pace. It's fun. It's nothing special. But then again, it's not what you're looking at when you go out of your way to watch Birdy the Mighty. It's a fun show. Definitely recommend. But it's not something that will change your life.
What are you talking about?
I think that pretty much says a lot by the scores we gave it. We all liked it, but it's not going to blow you away.
Yeah. Again, like I said, you don't go out of your way to watch this one. It's literally a case of like, fuck it, catching an episode before bed. What do I watch? I'm craving some action. Sure, fuck it, put on an episode of Birdy.
Yeah, I think that's totally acceptable. Not every show needs to shoot for a 9 out of 10 situation. But speaking of highly touted anime, our next episode for number 85 is our continuation of Touch, episodes 55 through 77. It's part 3 of Touch, so definitely catch up on our reviews of the previous parts of the series. Go back to episode 80 for part 2, and then way back on episode 52 for part 1 of Touch. So I'm very much looking forward to this. It's a continuation after the big baseball tournament. with our main character. I'm very much looking forward to more. And then after that is more Attack Number 1.
Yay! More bullying of little girls and hurting them permanently by playing volleyball.
I love Attack Number 1. So, two fun episodes coming up, our continuation series shows, and then we'll go from there as we on our way to episode 90 to finish out the year. Guys, this was fun. This was episode 84 of the Red Leaf Retrocast. See you next time.
Peace.
Goodbye.